Welcome to another session of our live session with SpokenMate, where I, Nancy Goel, am going to take up another topic on grammar. So I hope all of you are safe at your own places. Okay. So let's begin with our introduction with the tense. The tense that we are going to start today with is simple past tense. We have already done with the simple present tense. When I say simple present tense, it means the same as present indefinite tense. There is no difference in both, just the names are different, otherwise the tenses are the same. So a lot of people, they get confused. The reviews that I got after this particular video of present indefinite tense, that people actually did not realize that present indefinite and simple present, they are the same. Okay, so what you have to see in the same way, if I am talking of simple past tense and past indefinite tense, they are the same. Welcome to all the people who are joining. Could you just send a hi so that I can just get to know who all are joining here? When I talk of simple past tense, see, like present indefinite tense told us about the things that we do in general. All the usual activities, all the facts, they are described in simple present tense. Now when I am talking of simple past tense, what kind of activities would I describe here? The things of the past. Okay, so whatever I did yesterday, maybe last Sunday or last month, last year, maybe in my childhood, all these kind of incidents and these events, they are described in simple past tense. Okay, now this is very simple tense if I just compare it to simple present tense. Why it is simple? Because there we have actually don't have to differentiate between the two subjects. The two kind of subjects that we have done already are the singular subjects and the plural subjects. So singular subjects like he, she, it, or any one person, it can be the name of a person, it can be an animal. In the same way, plural subjects are I, we, you, they, and any two people or more than two, maybe some boys, few boys, many girls. All these make plural subjects. Okay, so people in itself, it's a plural. Okay, so here you don't have to differentiate between both the subjects. You can use just the simple plain rule when we make affirmative sentences. Okay, as we have done in the simple present tense, in the same manner we are going to do the simple past tense also. Okay, hi to everyone, whoever has joined our session. Okay, so talking of the affirmative sentences are the positive sentences. So the positive sentences, they always make a statement. If I say now the rule of making affirmative sentence, it is very simple. So the subject can be any subject. It can be either a singular subject or a plural subject, plus second form of verb and object. Okay, subject, second form of verb and object. Now what is this second form of verb? Now this is again very, very important. As we already know that verb has three forms. The base form is the first form of verb, then we have the second form of verb, and then the third form of verb, which is the past participle. Okay, so when I talk of second form of verb, this is actually used in only and only simple past tense, and we don't use it anywhere in English. So when you are talking of simple past tense, you are describing any past event, then you have to use this second form of verb. Okay, so we can make number of sentences, but for that you actually have to first understand what are the three forms of verb. The second form of verb, you have to learn the forms of verb so that it would also enrich your vocabulary. Okay, so all the work done, the actions that are being done in a sentence, they are actually the words. Okay, so the actions, they make a part of our vocabulary. How are we going to take them up? So this is the thing, that verbs we are not taking in particular in this session, because that is actually mainly a learning task. So you have to go through that all by yourself. Just the thing is that here we are going to use the second form of verb, which all of you must be very much aware, because during school time we have already done the 3 forms of verb. Now if I tell you to make some sentences, could you please write them in the chat box? I am giving you a few examples first. So I am using both the singular and the plural subjects, and I am going to make sentences. Okay, then you also try them. These are the affirmative or the positive sentences. How do I make these sentences? If I say I cooked food yesterday, yesterday is the day that has been passed. Okay, so the day that passed, it is not today. Today is aaj ka din. Tomorrow is the day to come, and yesterday the day that has already passed. Okay, so for yesterday we have to use the second form of verb. Alright, so I cooked yesterday means मैंने कल कुकिंग की. I cooked yesterday. Okay, in the same way you can make number of sentences for the activities that you did yesterday, or maybe last Sunday, or maybe last month, last year. It can be any time of the past. What kind of activities do we describe here? Now the applications of this particular tense. Where do we actually apply this tense? You would ask me that, ma'am, we know this tense, we know all the rules, but when we make sentences, then we make mistakes. Why? Because we actually get confused. We start in the past tense and then we eventually come to the present. So this switch between the tenses, this actually needs a lot of practice. We don't have to switch between the past and the present every time. When we are talking of a past incident, then you have to just stick to the second form of verb. Nothing else is important there. The second form of verb. Suppose now here, what kind of things are you going to describe in the past tense? If I ask, like there are people who have joined here, if I ask Payal, what did you do yesterday? So Payal is going to tell me what she did yesterday. So only her yesterday's routine would be included in this particular topic. She is not going to tell me what she has done today, or what she had done day before yesterday, or what she usually do on her every day. So that routine is not covered here. So in particular I am asking that yesterday what did you do? So you just have to tell me what did you do yesterday. Okay, so that routine would be in all simple past tense. In the same way, if I ask Deepika, what did you do on your last weekend? So I am just in particular asking you about your last weekend. So you have to be very particular that what did you do on your last weekend? You just have to tell me that. I am only interested in your last weekend. I am not asking you what do you do every weekend. That is a simple present tense exercise, because that is a usual exercise. That is a usual activity that you do on every weekend. But this in particular I am asking you of your last weekend. In the same way, if I ask you, how did you celebrate your last birthday? Okay, so this in particular I am asking you your celebration of the last birthday. You have to then describe that particular celebration in second form of verb. Okay, so keep this thing very clear in your mind, that whenever you are describing any past incident, then you have to choose second form of verb. And second form of verbs means the forms of verbs should be very clear in your mind. You should not use the wrong form of verb. Okay, so this thing has to be very, very clear with you. Another activities that can be described in simple past tense. If suppose you had been to some place in your vacation, and I would ask then, where did you go on your last vacation? then you are going to tell me where in particular on your last vacation did you go. Okay, so what is important here is your last vacation. So this vacation, it could be on a beach, it could be on a hill station, it could be at any of your favorite place. But I am just interested in asking you about your last vacation. So how did you spend that? This is again described in simple past tense. Simple past, if I say, means the second form of verb would be used here. Okay. So now you know a lot of activities here, what to describe in simple past tense. So please try to practice all these exercises. Now this is a live session, you can come up with so many queries. You can ask me anything what you feel like. What kind of question do you have in your mind, you can ask me. Okay, but now after the session, what you are going to do is that you have to practice this, what I am telling you, that what kind of things can I describe in simple past tense. Okay, so that life would be easier. You can differentiate between the tenses. This is very, very important. You should know how should I differentiate what is simple present and how is it different from simple past. What kind of activities do I describe in simple present tense and what kind of activities and incidents are described in simple past tense. Okay. So then after this particular session, you please make some notes, write down the activities that I am telling you. So you write them in the paper that these are the activities that ma'am has told us to practice, and you practice them at home. See, record your session, whatever you are speaking, record it and then play back it, listen to it and just find your mistake by yourself. That what kind of mistakes are you making? Are you using the second form of verb? Are you switching between the tenses? Okay, so this is the thing that you have to make clear to yourself. When you listen to your own recording, you will get to know that if I am correct or I am not. If I am correct, that means that I am using the second form of verb in my whole speech. Then you are correct. But if in 2 or 3 sentences or in the beginning you have started with the past tense and then towards the middle of your speech or towards the ending of your speech you are again moving to the present tense, where you are actually talking of the past but using the present tense, that is wrong. So you have to ensure that when you listen to that recording that you see what you are speaking is correct or not. And then in the next session, in my next session, you can come up with the queries that ma'am, such kind of problems we had faced and how to actually overcome and get rid of all these problems that we actually feel in general. Okay. So this is the way to go about this particular tense. It is very, very simple. I have given you a lot of activities. You can just practice them at home after the session. This is about the affirmative sentences. Okay. So I hope this is simple and clear. So let's cover the negative sentences also. When I talk of the negative sentences as I told you earlier, they have a not in it. Okay. So they tell us the negativity of a sentence. I told you earlier also that not cannot be added like that. You just can't say that I not cooked yesterday. I can't make a sentence like that. She not dressed properly. Is this a correct sentence? No. So as I told you earlier that what we require here is a helping verb. Not always require some helping verb with it to make a proper correct sentence. So now the helping verb that comes to our rescue in this particular tense is did. Do and does we did in the simple present tense, and here what is introduced is did. If you guys know that do, did, done. So did is actually the second form of do. So this particular thing makes it clear that when I am using did here, that shows that I am using past tense because I have moved to the second form of verb. Okay. Now one trick where everybody gets confused. It is a very, very common mistake, and you will find it in very, very good speakers of English also. Now, this mistake is that when we use did, we do not use second form of verb. Did is always followed by first form of verb. This is the rule. And you will find it that lot of people who speak English, they use wrong English. Because this particular grammar with did and second form of verb, it is completely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Okay, so we are not going to use it that way. Did is always followed by first form of verb. Now that when you know this thing, that did is followed by first form of verb, if you find someone using did and second form together in a sentence, then you should actually correct that person that this is wrong. This is not the way to use this tense. Did is always followed by first form of verb. How am I going to use it now? You can see that. As I told you earlier also, that there is no differentiation between the subjects here in this tense. Singular subject and plural subjects. You can use the same helping verb, did. Whereas if you just see that in the simple present tense, we had two helping verbs. With the singular subject, we had does, and with the plural subjects, we had do. Okay, but here in simple past tense, life becomes easier. Why? Because there is only one helping verb, and that is did. And did is used with both singular and plural. Okay, so if I say I did not cook food yesterday, so did not cook, only cook, not cooked, that is wrong. I did not cook food yesterday. She did not dress up properly, dress up, not dressed up. Did is already there, which is showing the second form of verb, which is showing that this is simple past tense. So you don't have to use two second forms of verb together. That makes a sentence completely wrong. Okay, so we are not going to use that she did not dressed up properly. It is a wrong sentence. She did not dress up properly. They did not visit us yesterday. Visit, I am saying only visit, I am not saying visited. Okay, so now another important thing, that is that I told you in my earlier session that when we speak, we always use a contracted form. Contracted form is the shortened form. Okay, so what is the shortened form here? That did and not, when we combine them together, the two words, they become one. And this contraction becomes didn't. Okay, so when you speak too fluently, then you don't even say didn't, it is didn't. Okay, so this did not, it becomes didn't. Okay, so while speaking you have to use the contracted form, but as I told you earlier also in my earlier sessions, that did not is the correct form in writing, especially in the formal writings. But when you are speaking casually, then the contracted form has to be used. Okay, so I hope I am making sense here, that you have to differentiate that the contracted form didn't, that is to be used only in speaking. Whereas when you are writing something, and especially when it is a formal writing, then we never use the contracted form. Okay, so it is a strict no there. Okay, now you can make number of sentences. So can I have some sentences in the chat box? If you can just write them in the comment section, so that I just get to know that you are using did plus first form or the second form. Quickly. I am waiting, because it's showing me that people are here, but the people who are here, that please write a few sentences, and especially the negative sentences. I did not eat ice cream last Sunday. Deepika did not attend the last session. Okay, so what do I mean by that? कि दीपिका ने लास्ट सेशन मतलब पिछला सेशन, दीपिका ने पिछला सेशन अटेंड नहीं किया, सो दैट मेड इट सिंपल पास्ट टेंस. ओके, एंड can you see that I am using did not plus first form of verb? It is not the second form of, okay. Whereas when you make the positive sentences, I mean the affirmative sentences, then we always use the second form of verb with all the subjects, okay. And when we talk of the negative sentences, then we use only and only did plus first form. So it becomes didn't plus first form of verb. Okay. Okay, lot of good sentences they are coming. So I didn't go to college yesterday. Perfect. She didn't walk early in the morning. Very, very good. So this particular point is clear to my all the good viewers here, that did is always followed by first form of verb, and all of you you have used didn't. So I really liked it that in speech we always use the contracted form. So this is a good thing. Okay, so wonderful. So I hope this is all clear to you now. What you have to do is that back at home you have to practice the exercise that I have already given you. That there are number of exercises on simple past tense, and it is very, very important tense whenever we describe of any incident of the past. Okay, so past means anything, the time that has passed. So you can describe that time which has passed in the simple past tense. Okay, so I told you that number of activities, that how did you celebrate your last birthday, where did you go on your last vacation, okay, so what did you do on your last weekend, how did you spend, okay. So that's very nice. People are still joining, but I hope the session is about to conclude now. Hello Abneet. So we are actually done with the simple past tense today. The session was at 3:30 today, and you got a bit late to join. Okay, more sentences they are coming. He didn't like food yesterday. That's good. So didn't plus like is the first form of verb. Wonderful. So any queries if you have, you can come up with the queries now if you have some queries. Otherwise we'll just conclude our session of the day. I hope this particular tense has cleared so many doubts on your simple past tense. Perfect Avneet, yesterday I didn't go to school, so it is school only, not the school. So yesterday I didn't go to school. Perfect. Or it can be spoken in the other way also, that I didn't go to school yesterday. So that is also correct. Okay. Okay, I am still waiting. If you have some other sentences with you, I am here for one more minute. You can send them in the comment section. And in the next session then we are going to cover with the interrogative sentences of simple past tense. I am not doing them today because interrogative sentences are actually two types of interrogative sentences, open-ended and close-ended. So I'll just spend some time on that so that you can understand them better. Okay, so that is it for the session today, and I hope lot of queries they are discussed and now you have a better understanding of simple past tense. So see you in the next session with the interrogative sentences of simple past tense. Stay safe. Bye bye.